Hi, in this video I want to go through a metaphor that's commonly used when working with self as context. And the metaphor is about the sky. And it goes a little like this. You're like the sky. And so there are times when you go out and you have cloudy thoughts and feelings. And there are also times that you go out and you experience sunny thoughts and feelings. You might also have really difficult times when you experience thunder and turbulent thoughts and feelings. And then there's also other times where you might experience gentle, snowy thoughts and feelings. And so what occurs is you experience these feelings and these thoughts, but they change and they move and they go by. You remain the same. And that's why you're like the sky. You don't change while the weather does. Thoughts and feelings keep changing. And because they keep changing, they don't become you. They are your experience, but they aren't you. So the important part with this metaphor to really emphasize with your clients is that the sky is unchanging. And that's that observing self, that's that witnessing, that silent witness. So that's the unchanging self, and that's really important to remind clients of, that it does not go out and change, while everything else does. And these are changing, representing the different thoughts and the different experiences and the different feelings that you go out and you have. And so there are really nice ways that we can go out and do this in very small snippets. So an example might be if I walk outside and I have a thought. It's very similar to having an experience of wind on my face. It's a human experience. But I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't hold the wind as being me. I would say that's the wind and this is me. But that gets a little bit confusing when we walk outside and I have a thought. There's a tendency to cling to that thought. So the way that I would describe it with a client is I would say, if you and I walked outside and we felt wind on our face, we would experience wind. Would we be the wind? And they say, well, no, I'm not the wind. Now I said, well, if we walked out a minute later and we experienced the wind and we experienced a thought popping up, are we the thought? And they say, well, no, we experience it. And I say, well, that's exactly right. What occurs is that we experience the wind, which is a sensation, and we experience thoughts, which are comments, judgments, commentary, and they can be stories about oneself as well, but we're not them. And so if I can see or if I can notice the wind, I cannot be the wind. If I can notice a thought, I cannot be that thought. And so it's a nice little way to bring in this concept without saying that you're like the sky. We can actually just have this conversation with them as well. So just to go over that very quickly again, you are like the sky. It's unchanging. Thoughts and feelings come through, and the sky holds the thoughts and feelings that arise in our life. However, it remains the same. When they pass, the sky doesn't change. And so you are like the sky. Hope that's been helpful. See you next time.